The following is a Bergen-Fischer Studios podcast.
If you're going to say what you want to say, you're going to have to hear what you don't want to hear. Roberto Bolaño. Most of you know me from doing this show. What most of you don't know is that before I was AC Fisher, host of Turn Up the AC, I co-hosted another show called The Missionary Position with my brother Jason. That show is very different from this one. Hear for yourself. I'm sorry, lady, you're fucking clueless. You're blowing this shit out of proportion because you grew up in a cushy suburban neighborhood in a cushy little life with cushy little parents. You know, you never went to bed hungry. Nobody ever raised a fucking hands to you. You don't know what it's like to struggle on any level, but you want to look me in the eye and pretend that the struggle is real for you. And from my perspective, your entire life has been a fucking joke, a cakewalk. Week in and week out, we said what we wanted to say. The first few episodes involved a steep learning curve, so we weren't immediately aware of how we actually sounded. That began to change as soon as the distraction of learning how to podcast began to fade. It wasn't long before we started to hear what our conversational interactions actually sounded like. Like the quote at the beginning pointed out, we said the things we wanted to say. The problem was that, during playback while editing, we heard things that we didn't want to hear. Namely, that we weren't effectively communicating with each other, and that our fragile egos were in the way of our personal growth. What I think Roberto Bolaño missed is that hearing the things that we don't want to hear can put us on the road to thinking in ways that will eventually motivate us to say better things. Listening to recordings of myself speaking holds a mirror up to the person I'm presenting. Sure, there are times when doing so allows me to celebrate how far I've come. Sometimes, though, the mirror reflects someone who really needs to work on certain things. I'm thankful for the opportunity I have to hear myself from something resembling an outsider's perspective. The thing I struggle with is trying to keep myself open to the fact that what I'm hearing is still my own perspective, however different or outside it may feel. I can learn a lot from looking in this mirror, but I can't learn everything. Something that's becoming evident to me is that it's not enough to hold up a mirror to my own face. Sometimes I have to allow the people who love me to offer their perspective, especially where my blind spots are concerned.